Today, we receive our maiden petroleum imports and our government-to-government arrangement. It is an important milestone for our country and our economy. The petroleum regulations, the Petroleum Importation Regulations 2023 provides that the importation of super petrol, diesel, and Jet A1 into the country shall be undertaken either through the open tender system, OTS, or a government-to-government arrangement.
That face our country in matters fuel is conflict of interest and state capture. The G2G arrangement is a business arrangement by William Ruto through Gulf Energy to fleece the people of Kenya. And the issue is not even the taxes. The issue is not the transportation costs. The issue is the landed cost of fuel. We have information that is confirmed that in a G2G arrangement that has been negotiated with the companies that are selling oil to Kenya, in the landed cost of petrol, William Ruto pockets 30 shillings per litre, and in diesel he pockets 40 shillings per litre. This is what...
And Kenyans need to know this clearly so that we remove the veil out of whatever it is happening in our fuel sector. The second thing is that, as Kenyans are aware, there is a program called G2G. G2G is basically a business, and it has been since it started. And it is a business entrenched in patronage. It is a business done by the same people in government. And I'm asking the people in government, can't enough be enough, my friends? How can we seek to benefit in a crisis?
But beneath the fuel crisis, there seems to be a deeper issue: the government-to-government petroleum deal. The G2G fuel deal was introduced by President William Ruto's administration in 2023 as a way of importing fuel into Kenya through long-term agreements with Gulf oil companies instead of relying on the traditional open tender system. The deal involved major Gulf companies such as Saudi Aramco, Emirates National Oil Company, and Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. Under the arrangement, Kenya would receive fuel on credit terms, allowing the country to delay payment for several months instead of immediately paying in US dollars. The government argued that this would reduce pressure on the Kenyan shillings and stabilize fuel supply. But the G2G quickly became a controversy. Didi Nyoro spoke about it not once.
Previously in Kenya, oil used to be competitive, even including the importation. But from 2023, a cabal of people sat in a dark room and came up with a program called G2G.
Government to government.
That is where the problem actually lies. Because only one side is government. Saudi Aramco is the largest oil company in the world, actually, owned by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. ADNOC from UAE. So all those represent G, which is government. The G in Kenya does not represent any government. There is no government-to-government deal. It is government of Saudi Arabia, government and UAE versus political patronage, versus political profiteering, versus abuse of power. The people who benefit out of G2G in Kenya are people you have watched today and covered on news. So let's put it plainly that G2G is a cabal, it is a scam for people well positioned in power to fleece Kenyans of money from oil. Underline there. And if anyone has conflicting information, I am ready to face them on the bench with Jeff Koinange.
Once, but twice.
EPRA CEO and the Kenya Pipeline and the PS for energy, and especially the petroleum part. It has very little to do with the welfare of Kenyans. It has everything to do with watu wadogo wamekula chakula ya mzee. And Kenyans need to know this clearly so that we remove the veil out of whatever it is happening in our fuel sector. The second thing is that, as Kenyans are aware, there is a program called G2G. G2G is basically a business, and it has been since it started, and it is a business entrenched in patronage.
A deal that government officials once defended as the solution to stabilizing fuel prices. But now, even leaders within government cycles are questioning it. According to critics, this deal has allegedly become a system benefiting powerful individuals, while ordinary Kenyans pay the price. In this country, the rich continue getting themselves richer, but the greed this government has is becoming a little bit too much, and at the expense of Kenyans. And again, why were top EPRA officials previously arrested?
EPRA CEO and the Kenya pipeline and the PS for energy, and especially the petroleum part. It has very little to do with the welfare of Kenyans. It has everything to do with watu wadogo wamekula chakula ya mzee. The people who are arrested has nothing to do with Kenyans, normal Kenyans. They have everything to do with doing a business that is a domain of the people higher than them in the pecking order of the executive.
Why are allegations emerging about substandard fuel entering the Kenyan market?
Look at our fuel prices. People go and negotiate a fuel price, which is fake. They are sharing the commissions. They come and give us more costing on the fuel. They tell us it was government to government expenditure. I mean, government purchase. Which discount do you get when you are negotiating? That is the discount men are sharing. We are not children anymore. These are the issues that are making our country look like a banana republic. Let the government put policy into place. But you know, I want to repeat it here. When you see David Ndii talk, David Ndii is my friend, and we don't talk on economic matters because we agreed we are on both either side. He is saying, I can't help this nonsense which is going on. People are stealing money, people are buying deals, guys are buying houses in Karen, somebody's buying a house for 290 million with 16 bedrooms. What is wrong with us? What happened to us? There are no medicines in hospitals. County governors are doing the same. You have the National Assembly. If the government is not going to take control, those youths that you saw who are going to look for jobs, they will walk into the streets, and you are not going to stop them.
And why are Kenyans still paying extremely high prices for fuel that is allegedly below standard? If the G2G deal is truly benefiting the country, then why not make it a public agreement? Another controversy emerged after EPRA admitted that key Kenyan state institutions like National Oil Corporation of Kenya and Kenya Pipeline Company were left out of the deal.
Moving forward, Energy and Petroleum CS Davis Chirchir has been grilled over claims that one company was nominated to deliver 38 cargo consignments in the government's multi-billion government-to-government petroleum deal with Saudi Arabia and UAE. Appearing before the Parliamentary Committee on Energy and Petroleum in Mombasa, the committee questioned the Energy CS on how Gulf Energy Limited was nominated to supply 34 out of 42 consignments of fuel destined for Kenya. The Energy CS defended his ministry and told the Parliamentary Committee that the process was fair to all bidders and was run through the open tender system.
EPRA claimed Gulf suppliers preferred dealing with established international marketers instead of Kenyan state corporations because of trust and risk concerns. But before the G2G, that's how business has been. But the bigger question is, why should Kenyans' own institutions be sidelined in a sovereign deal? Who selected the private companies involved, and who benefits from that structure? So why not allow Kenyans to fully understand who profits, who controls the imports, and why prices continue to rise despite all the promises? At the center of this entire debate is one simple question. Is the G2G deal genuinely protecting Kenya's economy, or has it become a system benefiting politically connected individuals while ordinary Kenyans suffer? Remember to leave your thoughts down below on the comment section. I'll see you on the next one.